Hello everybody, my name is Crafty Creative Claire and this is FlossTube number 13 I think for me, and I've had probably coming up to 4 months since my last FlossTube video, and I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has bugged me and messaged me and said, when are you making another video, which was really sweet because there are so many FlossTubers out there. Especially recently, there's been like loads of new ones. So it's really lovely that I've been missed. So thank you very much. I haven't been in touch with everybody individually to say thank you who has contacted me. So just take this as a thank you. And hello, Christelle. This is somebody in my real life who has been watching my FlossTube videos. And she has also been asking when my next one is. So that was quite an impetus to get going. And myself and Christelle are going to the Knitting and Stitching show in Alexandra Palace in London together on Saturday. So it's going to be lots of stitchy fun then, and I will be able to hopefully show you some of the things that we get up to. Now, what have I been doing in the last 4 months? Well, summer has been fantastic. Obviously really busy, loads of stuff going on, and so I haven't gotten around to doing any recording. Went on a fabulous holiday with just my husband and not the kids to celebrate our 10th year wedding anniversary. We went to Florence in Italy for 5 nights in a fabulous hotel with a pool. It was really nice. So yeah, there was that, and we went camping, which my back managed to survive, so that was good. And I've started studying again. I'm now studying for a diploma in therapeutic counselling, so that has taken up you know, a bit of time at the moment, and it will take up more and more time as I actually have to start doing some work. So apart from that, I have done lots of stitching, which is what you're really here to see. So before I show you all my whips and things, I have got 2 finishes to show you. Me, who never finishes anything, do. This is what happens when I disappear for months at a time. Okay, the first one that I want to show you is Spooked by Lizzie Cate. There we go. Finally finished. So this was part 1 and part 2 and part 3. Gorgeous, beautiful. So there's that one, and then the next one is Sun Dragon by Teresa Wentzler, and I stitched most of this by the pool in Florence. There we go. As you know, I love Teresa Wentzler and her dragons, and this one is beautiful. You see the shimmeriness of all the Krynic in there. There's a gold Krynic and a rainbow Krynic that actually changes colour as you go, like a variegated Krynic. And then I've couched the rays of the sun and then back stitched. I love that head. That head is fabulous. So there we go, another Teresa Wentzler finish. Love it. I'm going to stop waving that at you now. I could just show it you all day. Something else that I've been doing quite a lot of stitching on lately is I'm a member of 2 cross-stitch ATC groups. Now ATCs are little cards about 2.5 by 3.5 inches big. And there is an Instagram cross-stitch ATCs group, and Adele has set up a Facebook ATC and card group. And so over the last few months I've stitched mine and sent them off, and I no longer have those to show you, but I do have the ones to show you that I was sent, so I store them in this little pocket pouch thing. So the first month I joined was Man's Best Friend, and so I received this one, by Link is my homeboy. That's her Instagram name. And then our very own Bendy Stitchy Michelle Garrett stitched me this Prairie Schooler Santa for the Christmas in July one. I love it. Honestly, I'm so tempted to get the Prairie Schooler Santas now. That is just fabulous, isn't it? And then this month, or was it last month, September, Andrea Reed got me not only from the Instagram group, but also the Facebook group. So she had to send me two. So the Instagram group was Blackwork. So she sent me that one with my name on. So lovely. And the Facebook group was Cozy Reads. And she sent me this beautiful one with Jane Austen on it. So I'm loving my little collection, and I'm working on October's, both kind of Halloween-y inspired. So we'll have fun with those. So that's the finishes, and now on to whips. Now here is one that I haven't shown you for a while, and I watched one of Julicious's, try saying that fast, Julicious's videos a while ago, and she gave me a shout out. Bless her. Thank you, Jules. And she said that she wanted to see an update on Celestial Companions. Well, Jules, I have finished a row. Yes, I have. So, I'm going to show you the whole thing. So this is, I finished that page there, and that completed the row. So, let me see if I can, it's only 2 rows, so it's still not that much done. And my needle minder is rather heavy, so it's kind of lost the needle floating around. But that is where I'm at so far. 2 rows, 4 rows to go. Will I ever finish it? Who knows? But I'm having a lot of fun stitching. And isn't he delicious? Gorgeous. So there we go. That is Celestial Companions, and I'm kind of working on it, probably not as much as I need to if I want to make real progress on it, but I'm picking it up kind of nearly every day and doing like half an hour or so on it. So that's where I'm at the moment. Another whip that I have on the go, my mother-in-law gave me a kit, and it's, where's the picture for this kit? I had it, here we are. It is a time and season sampler, and it's beautiful. And she said that she bought it and is never going to stitch it, so would I stitch it for her? And I went, yes, give me the kit, give me the stash. So she did, and I said I would quite happily stitch it for her. It's on 14 count Ada, which I don't normally stitch on, and it's massive. It is huge. I didn't have a scroll frame large enough to hold it, but all the extra fabric, as I was trying to do it in my hoop, was driving me insane. And so my friend was chucking an old scroll frame out, and I said, well, I'll have it. But again, the scroll frame that this is on is ancient, so it's really heavy and it's huge. I need a floor stand, people. So this is how big it is. But that is as far as I've got so far. It's not my usual style, but I really like it. I like the colours, I like the simplicity of the design. I don't like fighting with the frame, but you know, it's not for me, it's for my mother-in-law. And I'm using the Little Miss Claus needle minder from Catherine at Needlekeep Emporium, because it reminds me of her. My mother-in-law, not Catherine. Oh, it's too big, too big. Where should I put it? Nah. Okay, moving on. The next one I've done a bit on. You see, I've done quite a few different projects, and some of them I've just done little bits here and little bits there. And so I've just kind of handpicked a few of the projects that I've been working on out instead, because if I showed you everything that I've put a stitch in, we'd be here all day, and I have children to collect from school. So the next one is Little Alien Schoolgirl. I have done, since you last saw it, I think I might have done, see I can't even remember, but I think I've done some of these. And I know I've done that one. And at the moment, I'm working on these bits. Do they remind anybody else of parking meters? These are alien parking meters. Even aliens have to pay. And my needle minders. Princess Leia. She was an alien schoolgirl once. With her pet robot. And I'm sure the Doctor would have dropped in. You know. So when that is finished, it will look like that. I still love it. I'm taking it slow. Like everything. The next whip is Teresa Wentzler. Is The Guardian. I've done a bit of it on this. Got another lovely dragon needle minder here from Catherine. I've done quite a lot of the sky and quite a lot of the border along here and a bit of the dragon's neck. I think I finished his head as well since I last showed you. But he is beautiful. Highly, highly recommend Teresa Wentzler. It's going to look like that. Gorgeous. Okay. One of the Hades that I've been giving a lot of attention to over the last month or so is Bubble Fairy Catface, which was one of the first Hades I ever started. And she's looking like this at the moment, and I've very nearly got a page finish on here. Well, the page finishes about there, and then it's a teeny tiny page bit here, fraction of it. So hopefully the next time I make a FlossTube video, I'll have a page finish to show you on her. I love the colours on her. She's beautiful. I'm stitching her at 1/1 on 25 count even weave, and it's exactly the same fabric as Celestial Companions, because this was chopped off the Celestial Companions piece. So she's kind of done on a remnant, a big remnant. There we go. And the last whip I'm going to show you is also a new start, and it is the Lizzie Cate Spirit of Christmas Mystery Stitch Along. And I can show you this now because pictures of part 1 are all over the internet. For the first couple of weeks it was a bit like, do I show things? Do we keep them secret? But now everyone's seen it. So here is part 1 of the Lizzie Cate Spirit of Christmas. Christmas is not a time nor a season, but a state of mind. I've seen part 2 finished already on the internet, and I've identified the quote by Calvin Cooley, I believe. So if you want to Google it, you can see the whole quote. But having looked at part 2, the next section of the quote starts with a lowercase t, and it's the beginning of a sentence. I'm going to have to change it. I'm that pedantic. So, but isn't it gorgeous? This is done, I ordered the whole kit as a auto ship through Patchwork Rabbit here in the UK, and they are fabulous for auto ships. And so this is the recommended fabric. It's something from Picture This Plus. Heartland, I think it might be. And all the recommended weeks dye works. And I have done one little mistake. Let me show you. On this flower here, the white cross goes one stitch too far. So the little leaf corners are supposed to have a little green stitch there. And instead they all have an extra white stitch. But I don't think you would know if I didn't tell you. so I'm not ripping it all out for that. So I'm waiting on the next part. It's already out everywhere in the States, but it hasn't reached Britain yet. So when it does, I will get it. But I'm going to hold back from stitching it because I'm going to take part 2 with me to the retreat in a few weeks' time, which I will tell you about in a minute. So that's all the whips that I'm going to show you, and it has been 4 months, and so I have indulged a little bit in some stash buying. So here is my wonderful pile of charts and things. After my beautiful holiday in Florence to celebrate our 10-year wedding anniversary, the countryside around Florence, the Tuscan countryside, is fantastic. And we had a few guided tours through some of the local area, and we had a meal in a vineyard and a wine tasting, and it could have been somewhere exactly like that. So I had to get this one, and I'm going to do this as in memory of our holiday and our anniversary. So that was beautiful, so I had to get that. Then some dragon designs that I've been eyeing up for literally years. I suddenly realised that they were out of print and disappearing fast. And so I thought, well, I don't really want to spend the money, but if I don't, I may never get them again. So I had to order these from the States, but we have 3 patterns from Dracula Creations. The first one is, how do you say it? Ouroboros. Ouroboros. The dragon that is eating his own tail. I like him. And then there is Midnight Hunting. And there is Noon Basking. And I love them. There is also a Dawn Awakening, but I don't really like it so much. The dragon looks a bit goofy in it, and so but I think these two will go together nicely. I like those. So I have those. And then I saw somebody stitching this and I couldn't resist getting it myself. So Custom Crafts Blue Dragon Fairy. And that's a full coverage, so I believe in giving myself lots of things to do. Then, now, I'm not sure if I've showed you these in my last FlossTube or not, because I can't remember when I got them, but I'm just going to show you them anyway, so apologies if you've seen them before. It's Lina Lawson needle arts, and this is the Snail Ride. How cute is he? And I love that snail. And from the similar kind of series, this is the Gnome's Best Friend. I mean, this is backstitch heavy. Look at all the backstitch in that beard. But that's really cute. I'm going to enjoy doing that one. Then, it's alright, there isn't much more, I promise. Then I saw somebody on Facebook, I think it was Facebook, it might have been FlossTube, was talking about this book, which is All Creatures Stitched in Small by Markovic, who is the creator of the La-Di-Da designs. Now, this one doesn't really do anything for me, but it also contains these ones. I love the elephant. The tiger's quite cute, but this is the one that I got it for, which is the Noah's Ark. I really like that. Just a really simple, primitive kind of Noah's Ark. So I don't really like the cat. Oh, that's quite cool. I quite like that one. Reminds me of Canada, that one. But yes, I'll definitely do this one, and we'll probably do this one. So there's those. Sorry, my phone keeps going. My sister had a baby this morning. So she just keeps sending out photographs and things like that. So all going well. But that's why my phone is so popular today. This one, Goblin Market. Sorry for the glare. I I could take it out, but I won't. It's based on a poem by Christina Rossetti. And I studied Christina Rossetti for English literature A-level many years ago. And we looked at loads of her poems. But we spent a whole term studying Goblin Market. We acted it out. We memorised it. We analysed it to bits. So obviously it's all about sexual repression, as everything is. But, you know, we must not look at goblin men. We must not buy their fruits. Who knows upon what soil they fed their hungry, thirsty roots? So naughty! The poem talks all about, you know, her juicy red lips and all this kind of thing. And she falls under their thrall until her sister comes to rescue her. Her virtuous sister, who refuses to eat their fruits. It's also repressive. It's hilarious. I love it. So when I saw this one, oh, I have to do this one. And then I have to show my best friend who is in my English literature class with me. And I know that she'll get a kick out of it as well. That's just awesome. Read the poem. It's like a book. The poem is huge. Don't eat those fruits, people. And the last one I bought was another Lina Lawson Needle Arts. And this was on sale in so-and-so. It was only like a couple of pounds. And I thought it was so cute. I couldn't leave it there. It says, "How wonderful is it that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world." And I liked that. I like the sentiment, and I like all the different types of writing here as well. Oh, I'm going to be busy. Last thing, I promise. The last one is a wonderful, wonderful lady in the States has sent me this book. And this book is precious to me because it has the voluptuous mermaids in it. And they are so cool. I love mermaids. And they're also slim and dainty. Not these babies. Look at these. And it has lots of different colourways. I haven't decided what colour I'm going to do yet. I might do pink. Or blue? I don't know. Depends on the fabric that I have. And I recently bought a small piece of quite bluey purple opalescent fabric from Adele. So I'm going to see if one of those will fit on that. And that will determine what kind of colour I want to do. But I want to do them all. In all colours. And the book is called Simply the Best Cross Stitch and Beading. Jill Oxton's Cross Stitch and Beading, and this is issue number 51. And I believe it is still available on her website, but I could be wrong. But how fantastic! So I'm gonna stitch them all in all that spare time that I've got, and yeah. So anyway, that is what I've been up to, and that is what I've got hold of, what I've been stitching. And the last thing I wanted to say is, oh my goodness, you guys in Austin, I have been watching all of the videos and looking at all the Instagram and the Facebook feeds of the retreat that you guys had this weekend for all the FlossTubers. Well done, Julicious, for organising it. I wish I was rich because I would have jumped on a plane and come and joined you. But I'm not. However, we do have our own retreat coming up in the UK. In Milton Keynes at the end of October, and I'm going, and it'll be my first stitching retreat, and I am so excited. I can't even tell you how excited I am. I'm going to see Stitching Joanne and Tina from Simply in Stitches, and Barney from Purple Frog Stitches, and so many others. And yesterday we've got Isla from Buckle Stitch is coming, and loads and loads of people that I really want to meet. And we've been chatting on in our little Facebook group, and I'm so excited to meet everybody. Everyone's been planning what projects they're going to take, and I've been going, oh, I've got 60 projects, I don't know which ones to take. So I'm just going to pick a few that are quite simple, because I kind of get the impression that we chat more than we stitch, so I don't want to take something that's going to be like really complicated and needs lots of concentration. I think the name of the game is just to take something that's really quite simple that I can get a lot of progress on. And wine. I'm really excited. So hopefully I will see some of you there, and if not, then we'll give you an update on how it goes when I come back. So that's me. Yeah, it's been fabulous keeping up to date with a lot of your FlossTube videos. I am woefully behind. And so I haven't really been able to take on watching any new FlossTubers yet, but there are so many of you out there. I really want to kind of come up to speed with who's new and that kind of thing. So if you will be watching any new FlossTubers and you would like to recommend any, please pop them in the comments below. That would be fantastic, and then I will just go and watch. Okay, so until next time, happy stitching, have lots of fun, go on a retreat. Yeah, see you then. Bye.